Thank you for watching the Sean channel. Today, I have a package, as you can see here. One, as usual, until I can actually get a good recording studio set up or anything to do this sort of stuff in. The bird in the background, if you hear her, or my dog, I apologize. And also, if for any part of this video you see me and I'm a bit sweaty because today I've been removing linoleum flooring off of a kitchen floor from my family, and I got a call from the place that this was delivered to that I had to go pick it up at. And as the title of the video says, it is a unboxing of a Kar98k Mauser. Yeah, it came in. I'm so excited. Unfortunately, it's not an unboxing because in order to do the transfer, you sort of have to have the rifle out of the box. So I kind of already had to do that. But I figured leave it in the box and show you guys. Got some PPU ammo here. 8mm Mauser. Let's see if we can get that in better focus. There you go, guys. Yeah, this is what I bought with it too, which was very expensive for, at least at the dealer. I should have waited and just ordered online, which I probably still order stuff online. This was like $40 for a 20-round box, when I know online I can get this for like 20 bucks. So, yeah, not my brightest endeavor here, but I wanted some rounds so I could confirm that the rifle the extractor works and everything else works once I clean it. I just needed some rounds that I could cycle through the weapon. Now on to it. Yep, and this is Sean's Kar98k. And I've looked at it a little bit on the store. The rifling is in pristine condition. The gun bluing on the barrel and the other metal parts is not the greatest, if not existent whatsoever. I might do something about that in future. I'm wearing gloves because I don't know if you can see this due to the poor lighting in here, but the entire thing, other than maybe some of the wood, is covered in cosmoline, which I'm glad it is because that means that it was kept in good condition. Also, the rifle stock is either walnut or laminate, which would be laminate of laminated, excuse me, not laminate, laminated walnut. It kind of looks like laminated just from what I'm seeing here. I could be wrong about that. I'll have to look closer and see exactly if I'm correct. And the one thing that I'm already going to know that I'm going to forget over and over again is that in any type of Mauser 98, once you pull the bolt back on an empty magazine, you can't push it back forward without loading it or depressing the magazine down. Okay, safety works. And before anybody says anything, I cleared the weapon before I even turned the camera on. I just shut the box again for grand illusion. Okay. And of course everything's going to be stiff because it's got 3 layers of cosmoline on it. Okay, bolt is locked in the second safety position. If people don't know what this is, the safety, when it's all the way to the right side of the weapon, it disables the trigger and locks the bolt. When the safety is in the first or upright position, the bolt is still free to move, but the trigger doesn't work. And also, they had it this way because this was the most common way to do it, and it blocks the sights. So when you go to aim the rifle, you can push it back down into firing position. Which I'm going to dry fire this rifle just because I want to hear it, see if the mechanism actually works. That was actually really smooth. I like that. Even with the Cosmoline. Once I get the Cosmoline off it, this thing's going to work like a charm. Okay, Model 98 is in the side. And it says, Produci, I have no idea how to pronounce that word. Some German word, 44. The crest on top is not German. It is a restamp of Yugoslavian, which was taken after the war too and re-arsenaled at. And I'm just looking to see if I can make out anything left of German markings. Which, no, it looks like they've completely removed the eagle and swastika, which would either be up here or right here where this lettering is. And actually, I kind of can see a wing of the eagle up here, but it's been completely milled away, just because obviously Yugoslavians didn't want to go around with Nazi symbols and swastikas all over the rifle. And I shouldn't have to say it, I do not support Nazi philosophies whatsoever. I'm just a lover of history, and I wanted to collect this rifle because I love collecting rifles. I already have a Mosin Nagant. I'm not a communist either. People ask me why don't I collect American weapons. I told them I would love to add a couple of American rifles to my collection, but they're out of my price range. This one right here, this is J&G Sales out of Prescott, Arizona, which if you read their online reviews, they're not the greatest company. I took the risk because I read into the reviews, and all the problems people had were stuff that either they were just too stupid to fix for themselves, that were just simple stuff like, I'm trying to think of a couple that I had, sticky bolts and stuff that are common in any other type of rifle. One guy that I remember ordered a Type 53, Chinese Type 53, which is the Chinese version of the Russian Mosin Nagant M44, or the little carbine version of the Mosin Nagant. He had a problem because when he tried to put a shell into the chamber, the bolt wouldn't close. And he found that there was actually a busted shell, just the neck of the shell, sticking in the receiver, and he had to try to jimmy it out of there. Well, one, it's a Chinese rifle, what do you expect? And two, it's old as crap. This rifle right here, Model 98, 84, I'm trying to remember how to date these. And I'm going to guess that this on the side, 44, I'm guessing that's when it was made, was 1944, which would be awesome because my Mosin Nagant is a 1944 and it would match it. The sights on these just look beautiful. And it has a hood, which you can replace the hood for like $5, but it has a hood. It did not come with a cleaning rod. The sights on it, though, are just marvelous. And in order to disassemble the bolt, you must make sure first you have to cock the weapon. Put the safety up. This is important or you cannot disassemble the bolt. It's just the way the mechanism actually works. Then you pull it to the rear, you'll hear the click of the magazine, and then on the side here, you just pull this little lever, which extracts the bolt, and I just drop that. That's lovely. And I've already looked at the rifling, which I'm not even going to attempt to show you because that would be a focusing nightmare. But the rifling looks real good. It's real dirty in there from Cosmoline and all sorts of junk. But, okay. Welcome back. This is going to be just an add-on to the end of the video because I discovered something about the rifle that I just showed you when fully disassembling it, which was not the easiest task, but I've had worse. Still haven't got the butt plate off, even though I got the screws off. No big deal. The thing I wanted to show, though, which is probably hard to see, even though everything is soaked to the brim in Cosmoline, when I opened up the barrel off of the stock, it is a laminate stock, which I'm no big deal, but there's little bits of mud and twigs and all sorts of goopy junk that looks like it's from the field. So what really looks like that happened is it's definitely the Yugoslavians re-arsenaled it. It's doubtful that any of that gook or soot is from a World War II battlefield. It most likely, after World War II, got cleaned up, re-arsenaled by Yugoslavians, and then the Yugoslavians used it in wartime. In one of their conflicts, maybe a civil war or something else. I don't know Yugoslavian history that well, don't quote me on it, but it had to have seen action at some point, because it literally looks like someone just cleaned the internals of the barrel and polished up the outsides, but didn't actually take it apart, because there's gummed up dirt and stuff all over the inside, which upsets me. It would upset me more, but the thing is it's in such good condition everywhere where that is, because literally it looks like they cleaned all the internals, like I said, not taking it apart, and then literally just dipped the entire rifle into a big vat of Cosmoline and let it soak for a little bit, because this is worse Cosmoline wise than the Mosin Nagant, and that for people that have cleaned a Mosin Nagant fresh from the store or fresh from the arsenal, it's complete nightmare. This right though, I already got a big vat outside that I'm probably just going to soak the entire all the metal stuff in of gun bore cleaner. The wood, I know how to polish the wood up and get all the Cosmoline off of it. That's just going to be a different story, but I think my rifle has seen action, and it's current in the state that you see it in this form. Not all original one rifle parts, they were put together later, but they look like there's gunk and all sorts of other stuff. I'll try to take a picture here in a second of it, and I'll put the picture at the end of the video just to do it. So again, like and subscribe if you like what you see here. But as you can see, I have it apart, which was not the easiest. The front band ring here that holds on the little four-hand grip on top of the rifle gave me some trouble. That wasn't too bad. Some of the bolts were a little Cosmolined up in there, but not too bad. The butt plate, the screws are out of it. I've gingerly pried at it and tapped at it. There's no more screws ever that are put in here. So my guess is Cosmoline and crap worked up in there, dried, and it's sort of hardened like glue. So I will get it off. But no, I'll take a picture now and show it to you guys. So like and subscribe if you like what you saw. That's all we got now. Okay, for those of you who are probably confused right now, because I already have said that it's going to be the end of the video, and this video has been very poorly edited. It's sort of been frustrating. I haven't had much time to edit it, and I've been having some issues programming, making sure my camera films properly. But I have had time to clean up this rifle right here and get some accessory parts for it. So today I'm going to show you a few things that I have. Also how to do a few things on the Kar98k rifle. Just add it on to the end of the video like everything else I have. So you should have just seen the pictures from all the dirt and crud in the stock. I was able to actually remove the cosmoline. I've never been able to do this before because most of the time when you have a shellac or you have a varnish or even heavy lacquer, cosmoline usually comes off with a hot wet rag and you don't have much of a problem. But when you have something like this that doesn't have much of a clear finish on it, it's more of the wood's not rough, but there's no clear coat of any sort. I actually soaked it in a hot bath of water and then poured boiling hot water on top of it and just wiped it off with a rag or scrubbed a little bit with a old toothbrush I had, and I was able to get all the cosmoline off that rifle. It's probably a little less shiny now that you've seen it. I've gotten all the cosmoline off it. The only cleaning I have to do is I have slight frosting of the rifling inside the barrel, so it needs a little bit of work in there, but I'm going to clean that up. It's not that bad. I bought a sling for it, which you can probably see from through the rifle right here, and I bought cleaning rod, 2 others. They screw together. There you go. You got a cleaning rod. This is the way the Germans like to do it. You get 2 other people with 2 other rifles together, and all of you clean your rifle at once with one long cleaning rod made from a bunch of little ones. Not the only thing that's not been smart design on this, but other than that, it's sweet. Also got 10 stripper clips for the ridiculous expensive rounds I bought for it, which were overpriced. And they're pretty much hollow points, even though they're not. They're exposed tips. They're almost like hunting rounds. I'm going to keep them for self-defense, but we're going to show you today how to first load a stripper clip into a rifle. Okay, you're going to see 3 little bumps. Doesn't matter which. There's no top or bottom of the stripper clip. You can do it either end. You just do it down to where the bumps resist, and then just simply press down. And most people want to remove the stripper clip now. You don't need to. Just push forward, and the stripper clip ejects. And you have not damaged the stripper clip. Sometimes the springs will pop out of them, I've noticed. It doesn't hurt them. All you have to do is slide the spring back in, and the springs should be back into it real easily. Sometimes you have to play with them. Some of them come out like nothing. Sometimes you have to push a little harder, but now to show, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barrel's clear, and chamber's clear. I'll also unload it. Now to simply load the stripper clip back up. Okay, all you have to do is press in, load. I like to load one down like that on the bottom, and then I just simply go from the other end, just so I have something to stop the rounds, and you just press them in. Fairly self-explanatory, but boom. There we go. That one's not on quite right. There we go. There you go. And so yeah, you can spread them apart, but they stay on the clip. They're in it. Real easy to use. But now I got the sling on it. I got a reproduction sling. It's not old surplus or anything like that. These are pretty much repos too, I'm pretty sure, but I don't. This is going to mainly be a good shooter. I do want all the accoutrements. I'm probably going to get a shooting pad for the back of it. Old German, like leather looking one. I might. I don't know. I have to think about that. But first, I have to get the internal of the barrel cleaned out. It's pretty easy. We should probably have enough time left in here. I'm going to show you guys how to disassemble the bolt, because it's rather the most ingenious thing on this rifle is First, you want to make sure that the bolt has its safety, as we've already talked about, is in the first position where the trigger's disabled, but the bolt is not. And you pull it all the way back, pull the little lever on the side to pull it out, okay, and then there's a little button right here that you simply depress and turn counterclockwise, and now the bolt body and the firing pin and safety mechanism and cocking piece are now separated. And then this lug that most people don't even realize is here on these rifles is called the bolt disassembly lug by many people. You put the bolt down into it, the firing pin, excuse me, okay, and you put your thumb up here on top of the safety lever. You push down, turn the cocking piece 90 degrees and pull off, and then that's your cocking piece. You can then pull this whole thing off, and all you have to do is turn now the safety that was up here, you just turn it to where it would be fully locked, safe position. You can pull the safety handle off. This is your back bolt body, and you have firing pin spring, and a firing pin. Which is funny because I hear always these people that are talk about firing pins being something very delicate and very easy to be broken on many rifles, especially modern day rifles where they're smaller. But the two rifles I own are a Kar98k and a Mosin Nagant right as of this moment. And the Mosin Nagant one, everyone says is like a freaking steel beam. It's ridiculous. This one's pretty much about the same. So in order to put it back together, you just go in reverse, put the spring back on. I like to put the safety thing back on, and you need to, when doing this, have the safety in the upright position. Okay, and then you just simply put this back on the only way it can go, and turn it, if I can get this, turn it 90 degrees to fit in the slot. Alright, and that's back together. Then you put it back on the body, screw it in. It should just click into place. Make sure your extractor here, which extracts rounds, make sure it's horizontal to the safety up. Then rifle. Alright, safety back to hot. I already cleared it. And if you're ever wanting to clear a bolt action rifle and without dry firing, all you gotta do is, while the bolt is open or up, pull the trigger and hold it, and then push the bolt down, and the firing pin will slowly go back into place without any type of dry firing problem. Alright, well, that's the end of this rifle. Thank you for watching. If you like this, subscribe and like the video, please. Thank you. Bye.